Namo Didafa. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I'm determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news that I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I am determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. For our Dharma readings, we've been reading a Dhamma talk by Ajahn Sundara called Suffering and Its Causes. And it's from the book, The Body, Dhamma Reflections on Aging, Sickness, and Death by the nuns of Amaravati. Let's say that you enjoy a cup of coffee every morning. Perhaps you worry about kama tanha, and you begin to think that you shouldn't be enjoying coffee because it is a bad habit. But actually, your cup of coffee is only a problem if you suffer when you don't have it. If you can go without your coffee and it doesn't make you miserable, then it's okay. The Buddha is pointing to attachment, not to what you drink or don't drink. He is pointing to the fact that if you don't get what you are used to and start suffering from it, then that's where there is work to do. Start doing the practice that allows you to be free from this attachment. So this is why, in our monastic training, sometimes we do certain ascetic practices in order to realize from direct experience that we can go without. In Thailand, men traditionally take ordination from 2 weeks to 3 months. That teaches them how to be celibate for a few months and learn that they are able to refrain from sexual activity and not go crazy. The path of practice is the path of understanding attachment. It is not trying to make yourself into somebody who does not have any sense pleasure. When pleasure arises, you enjoy it. That is, you can allow yourself to feel the pleasure of it. When it's gone, you don't make a problem about it. When it comes back to you, enjoy it. And when it's gone, you're free. You don't go into a rage. You don't have to shut your mind through drugs and distractions. You don't have to repress everything. And you don't have to go looking for the next sensory thrill. We are in a world where there is a constant alternation between pleasure and pain. When the mind is in pain, it pressures you to find pleasure. Once you have had enough pleasure and get bored with it, then you start suffering because you're attached to the pleasure. When you start suffering, the mind starts pressuring you in big and small ways until you finally act, getting reborn into pleasure. Some people have enough money and the right circumstances in their lives to have all the pleasures in the world. Look what happened to the Buddha. He had enormous wealth, but after a while he lost interest. He began to wake up to the fact that this life is transient, this life is fleeting, and there is really nothing we can hold on to at the end of it. The body is changing. The body is getting old. Sickness can strike at any time. We never know what will happen. Everything is uncertain. Are we really looking for nibbana or freedom? Or are we looking for heaven? Most of our conditioning is committed to searching for the realm of sweetness, the sweet dew of the heavenly realm. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.